Well, this old relic is an Amstrad Sm There was a similar Sm made that only had the one tape deck that was full function. With this one, you get a playback deck and you get a recording deck. The recording is done by AC bias, so it can't be bad, even though it is an automatic level. And again, it just shows how far we've come back, really. If you buy a crapper phone nowadays, you won't get the rudimentary filters for rumble and scratch that you've got here. You certainly won't get treble, bass, ballads, and a loudness control, which was an early form of bass boost. Mono stereo for those hissy, intermittent FM stations. Volume control, of course. Power switches here. Nice, clear radio dial. Automatic frequency control for FM or a beat cut on AM stations. Mute. Tape, phono, VHF, medium wave, long wave. This is definitely made for the UK market, shall I say. Little stereo FM indicator there, which lights up in red when you're receiving stereo. And a full-size headphone socket here. And then if we go down and look at the tape decks, this has taken some resurrecting, actually, this machine, because I shine the light down there a bit. You might be able to see it's got a brand new pinch roller, brand new playhead, brand new belt, and the same is true of the playback only deck. It will apparently record on CR02 or metal tape. I have to say I haven't tried that. I haven't tried recording at all yet. But there's a very, very rudimentary noise reduction control. Don't expect anything like Philips dynamic noise reducer or limiter or any of your Dolby thing like that. But all told, it doesn't sound half bad. And there you are. See, not a bad sound at all. As it came from a friend in Yorkshire, I think this tape deck's pause control didn't work because the little gizmo inside that locks the pause in and out had disappeared. So I had to find another one from the stock of spares. But the clever bit with this one really is the admittedly rather budget pop-out turntable. And here it comes. Now this deck was used in a variety of tower systems by Amstrad and Binatone and Fidelity. I remember it being installed, I think, in a system that even had a small colour television built into it. And the thing was huge, but it had twin decks and radio and record player as well. So quite a nice machine to have. Rare as hen's teeth now, of course, and I know why. These record decks, this one is actually made in England, some were manufactured in Brazil, had a notoriously unreliable speed controller. And yes, dreadful thing. There was originally a lever here which gave you your different speeds, and it did so by electrically switching the motor speed controller. Well, that was all very well, but it wasn't actually a switch at all. All it was a sort of wiper arm that went across traces on the circuit board and contacted different parts in order to give you your 33 off and 45. And as you can well imagine, once you got a bit of wear and tear in there, it didn't work particularly well anymore, and the speed was impossible. It was just all over the place, and every unit I've found like this has been the same. Now, with the tower systems, of course, you could always simply throw this whole thing out and put a standard shaded pole-driven earlier BSR single-player model in there, perhaps with the SC12M or H cartridge with the flip-over stylus if the customer wanted it, so that they could play 78s as well as their LPs and 45s. Well, these are lightweight for a reason in these machines. The little motor that winds this in and out is only about the size of a cassette recorder motor, as is the motor that drives the platter itself. So you can't have anything too heavy, can you? Or it'll just go, I'm not having this. So what to do about this? This thing was hopeless. The speed was all over the place. Couldn't seem to set it up at all right. No sooner had you set it up than it would be off cue again. And here is the original speed control module. I don't know how this will pick it up, but the wiper went across these contacts here, and although the wiper arm was alright, the tinned surface of the contacts was by no means alright, and you may even be able to see that it's scored quite badly, so it's never going to make a proper contact, hence the erratic speed. So what to do? Well, in the end I ended up doing away with the control module, as you can guess, and I fitted a 3-position switch here, much more positive, 33 off and 45 as before, instead of the little lever thing, little rotary switch. And it's now got a Mitsumi motor from a 33 and 45 record player that they made. And do you know what? I didn't even have to adjust the speed tappings on it. The voltage regulator is built in on those, on that particular type. So yeah, all told, it wasn't a bad day's work. Select photo up there. Now the original LED was red on here, but was very, very, very dim. Whether that was just old age or because of the control module problems, I don't know. But I tried it on 2.4 volts, at which it should have lit to full brilliance, and well, yeah, it was about as bright as a politician.
footsteps, they're going backwards, following me. To someone just starting out life, I may appear to be an ideal, but as years go by, I'll have nothing to show, nothing steady or real. I won't say I don't like it, these ways so aimlessly free. So please don't walk in my footsteps, they're going backwards, following me. The summer brings me her golden days, and the winter brings her cold nights. I've known loneliness and depression, but also laughter and light. I can take it now while I am young. What happens when I'm 53? So please don't walk in my footsteps, they're going backwards, following me.
And as you can hear, I've sprayed the controls. This is about as basic as it gets, this record deck. It doesn't switch itself off when it gets to the end and return the arm. I suppose they did it to keep the weight down so the little motor that winds it in and out could manage the load. You hear the click at the end, that's the limit switch inside. There's one at both ends, and of course that tells the motor when to cut out. So not bad for a cheapie. Not very many of these things have survived. This isn't quite as covered in LEDs as some of the later ones were. But amplifier is the same thing that they used in the tower systems. This is just a little bit more compact. And there's the FM radio. Oh, that too sounds very nice.
So please help us by giving now, either online via the Radio 4 website or by calling 0800 404 8144. That's 0800 404 8144. Or you can write a cheque to the Helen Bamber Foundation and send it to Free Post, BBC, Radio 4 Appeal. And that's the whole address, Free Post, BBC, Radio 4 Appeal. And please mark the back of your envelope, Helen Bamber Foundation. On behalf of all the refugees we support.
Yeah, right, they come over here and blow us up. If you have been caught up in any of those horrendous things that have happened recently, my thoughts are with you and yours. Do take care out there. And last, it looks as if they might be actually taking this sort of thing seriously. Anyway, we'll see you soon with another old thing to repair. And ta-ra for now.